YouTube was good, man. Any new viewers out there, yo, please subscribe to this channel. All I do is cover boxing, man. Y'all see the title, Kell Brook. This defeats JoJo Dan and Sheffield, England. Kell Brook is now 34-0 with 23 knockouts and still IBF champion of the world. You know, the fight was stopped at the beginning of the fourth round. The fight was about to start for the fourth round, and JoJo Dan's corner, you know, throwing a towel because he was pretty much taking a beating. Now, it wasn't really a bad beating, but you know, he kept, you know, getting hit. He was kind of sloppy, kind of, you know, every time he got hit, I guess he was hurt, but he would flop, and like he would, like, Kell Brook would throw combinations, his head would be moving, but his legs wouldn't be moving, so once he got knocked one way, his leg wasn't moving, and then he pretty much fell down, and, I mean, he was just sloppy, man, and he couldn't really take a punch. I mean, obviously, he had his jaw broke by, damn it, I forgot the guy's name. Anyway, he got his jaw broke in his last, you know, previous, some fights, you know, in the past, and like one fight in the past, and, you know, he obviously, you know, finished that fight out, so, with that alone, you would think that he would, you know, last the whole 12 rounds with Kell Brook, but, you know, Kell Brook is obviously in a different league. Like I said, he was kind of sloppy, he had no defense, he kept getting hit with the same punch over and over and over again. Kell Brook has great skills. Kell Brook would kind of just falling with a straight right hand like all the time, and they kept hitting JoJo down like every single time. I'm like, yo, when you gonna start avoiding his straight right hand? Like, it's like he ain't had no head movement, hands wasn't up. He was just, I don't know, like somebody constantly doing the same thing over and over again. You should, you know how to get away from that same shot. Like, he was always like, he would fall in with, like Mayweather do, like when he was like younger, always come in with a straight right hand and fall in and hold. That's pretty much what Kell Brook kept doing. And JoJo Dan kept getting hit with the same shot over and over again. I'm like, yo, do you know how to avoid punches? So he got knocked down in the second round twice, and then knocked down. No, wait, he got knocked down twice in the second, and I think twice in the third. He got knocked down in the middle of the third, I believe, and at the end of the third round by a strong jab. Kell Brook was throwing a lot of twos, and a lot of 2-1s, which is, you know, right hand and then a jab behind it. And when he was throwing that right hand, he had another power jab that was coming right behind it. So he was putting a lot of power behind his shots. And obviously, this is his comeback, his first defense against his mandatory challenger, JoJo Dan. And obviously, his last fight was when he beat Sean Porter for the belt. That was his last fight, which was about maybe 6-7 months ago. And obviously, after that, he went on vacation, I believe, a few weeks after that fight. And then obviously he got stabbed in the leg when he was in Spain. So it was kind of interesting to see, you know, how he would, you know, move and or whatever, to see how his legs were. But you know, he said his legs felt fine, and he pretty much was like, yo, who y'all want me to fight next? Y'all want me to fight Marquez or Amir Khan? He pretty much called out Amir Khan and said, yo, Amir Khan, let's give people this fight. Let's get the fans, you know, what they want to see. So I mean, Amir Khan got two guys calling him out, Adrian Broner and Kell Brook. So I mean, if you was Amir Khan, I'm gonna ask y'all, if y'all was Amir Khan, which route would you go? Would you go to Adrian Broner or Kell Brook? I mean, if I was him, I would go to Kell Brook, honestly. I mean, going for Broner, I mean, it doesn't make much sense. I mean, money-wise, yeah, but I mean, as far as, you know, for his record and his career, I don't think that's the right move. Obviously, Adrian Broner's next fight will be June 20th in his hometown, Cincinnati. So I don't see, I mean, Amir Khan wants to fight Broner bad because Broner obviously, you know, making pictures of him knocking him down. And as a fighter, you know, you're going to want to say, oh, yeah, I'll fight you. He put it like this. He don't want to look like a, you know, a punk or whatever, saying, oh, I don't want to fight Broner. Because somebody, you know, taunting you and taking shots at you, you're going to want to fight him. So, I mean, if I was him, I would go more towards, you know, Kell Brook's route, because obviously Amir Khan has, you know, a few wins since he's been at 147. And, you know, obviously Kell Brook has a belt, so it make more sense for him to fight for a belt. Even though he might not get the most money, he can get a belt and then probably come back and fight Broner after that. If I was him, I wouldn't fight Broner because, I mean, it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. I mean, fighting Broner in his hometown, he might not even get the decision. I mean, Broner's a tough cookie to crack. I mean, Broner's tough. He's a great fighter, one of the biggest superstars in the sport. For him to fight Broner in his hometown, I mean, y'all know what happened when Amir Khan came here D.C. in Fort Lamont Peterson. He lost. So, I mean, I don't know, man. If I was him, I wouldn't take the fight. I would probably go to Kell Brook's route. If it's possible for him to fight Kell Brook, I would go that route. But let's get back to the JoJo Dan and Kell Brook fight, man. The fight, like I said, the fight got stopped in the beginning of the fourth round. Kell Brook has great skills. He has pretty good, decent power, but the issue I'm having with Kell Brook is he can get hit. He's not a hard guy to find. He can get hit easy, but he has great skills, you know, pretty decent power. But my issue with him is he can get hit fairly easy, and he got hit with a few shots from JoJo Dan that I felt he could have easily got away from it, but he was getting hit with a lot of, you know, a few bullshit shots. I'm like, yo, you could have slipped that, you could have ducked that, but maybe he didn't respect JoJo Dan to the point he was like, I'm gonna just stand here. I'm basically, you know, gonna walk those punches. But I mean, that's my take on the man. So Kell Brook is still IBF champion. Who should he fight next, y'all? I mean, I don't know. I say go to Amir Khan. And, yeah, I say go for Amir Khan. That'd be a good matchup for him. That'd be a good resume. A good name to put on, you know, Kell Brook's resume. The next big superstar in the sport, Amir Khan. That'd be another big name on his resume. So that's what I think, man. So, yeah, fight's over with. It was stopped in the 4th round. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this fight. And holler at me, I'm out, all right? Peace.